Hi you guys, welcome back to another tutorial. In today's video, or I should say tonight's, we're going to learn how to do the riddle stitch. There's been a lot of patterns out that call for it, and not many detailed videos as to how to do it. It's so easy, and it makes this beautiful texture with just 3 stitches that everybody knows. It's just a single crochet and 2 double crochets, and that's it. So grab your hook and your yarn. For this one, this is just a regular worsted weight. Yeah, see my ends? Regular worsted weight with a 5.5. So you can use a bigger hook if you like to get a little more of a stretch, but I wanted a closer weave for when it's really cold. Come on, focus. So in this one I'm just going to use regular worsted weight, and I think this is just a red heart. Excuse me. And then I'm going to use my, I'm not sure what this is, my 5.5 millimeter hook, and this is going to be done in multiples of 3. Let me move this so you can't see my stand. Sorry. So you're going to do your chain for the length. We're going to be working lengthwise for our scarf. So you're going to chain as long as you'd like your scarf in multiples of 3. So if you've never done a slip stitch before, which my videos, I don't know if they're slow enough for beginners, but I'd hope so. There's 2 ways of doing a slip stitch. This is the way I was taught. I wrap it around my hook, grab this yarn, pull through, and then pull through, and there you have a slip stitch. And then the other way is to take your yarn, let me zoom out again, create a loop like this, create a loop, just make a little circle, and then flip it over, and then pick up this yarn with your hook, just give it a pull. And that's your slip knot. And I leave longer tails just in case I want to add fringe, or if I decide I want to sew it together as an infinity, or you guys know I like my infinities. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain in multiples of 3 until we get the length that we want. So just continue chaining. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and just keep going until it's as long as you would like, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, I did my chain, and I'm not going to do mine the full size of a scarf, just because I'm feeling a little lazy, but I would say that 200 would be a good number, or I like scarves a little longer, so maybe even, well, it's got to be in multiples of 3. So anything like 203 would be a good number, or even 223. Yeah, I placed into like the lowest math possible, so don't ask me math questions. So here we have our chain, our starting chain, and let me try to get a good angle so you can see exactly what I'm doing. This is really an easy stitch and can be used in so many projects. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from the 3rd chain from the hook. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and into this stitch, if it's easier to look at the side or the back for you to count, you can do that. But just count 1, 2, 3, and then do yarn over and do a double crochet into that 3rd stitch from the hook. I'm not in the camera. And do another double crochet in the same chain. Okay, so us skipping those chains, that acted as our first single crochet, and then 2 doubles. So we're going to skip 2 stitches. We're going to come down, we're going to skip 1, 2, do a single crochet, and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So do your 2 doubles into this very same chain, not stitch. Okay, now we're going to come back down to our foundation chain and skip the next 2. So skip 1, 2, single crochet into this third one, single crochet, and then into the same chain do 2 double crochets. Really need to start working on holding my yarn this way. Okay, and we're going to come back down and skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet into that third chain, and then followed by 2 double crochets into the same chain. One, 2. Let me know if you guys, I'm always counting in my head when I'm crocheting. Does anybody else do that? Or if it's just me? Okay, so we come back down. We're going to skip the next 2. 1. This looks kind of weird. I think I chained a little tightly. 1, 2, single crochet. And kind of work this first one not too loose, but you know, try not to kill your stitching. 2 double crochet to that same chain, come back down, skip 1, 2, single crochet, now double crochet, and another double crochet. Sorry, my computer's talking on its own. Okay, so this is what we should have so far. And they're basically little clusters, but each one of these is your single and 2 doubles. And then you're just going to continue for the length of your chain. So you just continue doing that until you get to the end of your chain. I'll do one more with you, and then set you free. So come back down, skip the next 2, 1, 2, single crochet into the third. Of course, I'm holding my yarn wrong again. Single, now 2 doubles into the same chain. Okay, so you're just going to continue that all the way to the end, and I'll meet you back right before we end the row. Okay, so I've made it back to the end of the row, and this is what we have. Okay, so our 2 double crochets from the previous row, and you can kind of look down on it like that. But what you're going to do is work a single crochet right there. Did you see where I went into the last stitch? Last stitch available, do a single crochet, chain 1, turn your work, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets in that space. And you're going to do this at the beginning and ending of every row. You're going to end every row in a single crochet, begin with a chain 1, and then 2 double crochets into that first space, and then you just go right back into it. So you skip your 2 double crochets, go into the space with a single, 2 doubles, and that's it. I mean, you're gonna just do this over and over and over until you have the width of your project that you'd like. Let me show you what it looks like as you start. See, that's a pretty dense fabric, if you can see. Well, plus I'm using red heart, so if you use a softer yarn, it'll be thick and soft. But your edges will look like that. Let me show you one that I finished. So we're about here. And you see how it's the farther up you go, the prettier it looks. But this is how your edges will look, which I think are pretty, but you can add a fringe to it if you like. And you could even go around and add a border of crab stitch or single crochet. But yeah, so you just continue working in that same pattern until you get the width that you'd like, and then you have your scarf, head warmer, whatever it is that you're making. So just continue working into the single crochets, and that's it. The hardest part is remembering what to do at the end and the beginning of each row. And if you need to, just, watch this video over and over until you get it, and let me see how you guys decide to use this stitch. I'd love to see pictures or comments, or email me. But like I said, there's a lot you can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and take care.